Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 4 of high school football. This is Greg Tinker along with Jonathan Bentley for After the Whistle. And we have a very happy Coach Maynor on the line tonight as they traveled to Curry and got their first win of the night. And as everybody knows, especially Jonathan, anybody who attended a game, you didn't have to attend a game to know that it was raining cats and dogs, maybe more than that, lions and tigers. Man, It's rained tonight. It's been monsoonal. Well, Coach Maynor, glad to have you on the line, and congratulations for your first win tonight. And it's a big one because it's a region win.
Oh yes, thank you so much. You know, our kids are excited. We're on our way back Cordova now, and so they're complaining about being quiet and things like that. But you know, we're proud of them, and it's a region win, and then you know you celebrate it and feel good about it. But then you know you got next week, you got to prepare and get ready for that next opponent.
Well, Coach, on a game like tonight, of course, you watch the weather forecast as the week goes along. And so in preparation for this, what do you do in anticipation if you're going to be playing with a wet football?
Well, you know, you just got to keep reminding the kids about ball security. You do wet ball drills throughout the week. And just kind of keep preaching and two hands on the ball, traffic, those type things right there.
We'll talk about that for just a moment for the uninitiated. What does a wet ball drill mean?
Well, you take a ball and you got a 5-gallon bucket and you dip your ball in the water and just kind of take snaps with that. We didn't get to really work that drill this week because we got out of, weren't able to practice on Thursday. We were going to try to do it on Thursday, but we weren't able to do that. But we have done it in the past.
So how did that go tonight in terms of ball security for you guys?
Well, it was it was pretty good the first half, and then second half we had a few issues, and just kept trying to keep dry balls in there, and try to keep the kids constantly just reminding them, two hands on the ball, keep it tight, keep the ball high and tight to you.
Hey, Coach, I know y'all been waiting for that first win. What did this mean to the kids tonight?
Oh, they were really excited. I thought the first 2 weeks, we kind of made some strides, and then not to take any away from Hamilton or anything like that, but I thought maybe we took a step backwards a little bit. But and it's tough to go out there and practice and concentrate when things aren't going really the way that you want to do. So that's the way that you want them to. So, you just got to keep on keeping on and try to find the positives and correct the mistakes and go from there.
Well, Coach, talk about some of the highlights for tonight. Who stood out offensively, defensively for you tonight in the win?
Well, as far as the highlights, we were able to control the football, and the offensive line did a good job. And Jeremy and Chesley and Chris really ran the ball hard, and Trent. So but it all starts. Everything starts up front.
So, how much will this help y'all going into the tougher part of the region schedule heading up?
Sir?
Talk about how much this will help you in the rest of the region schedule.
Well, I mean, we're just taking them one at a time. Yeah, it's good to get that first win, get that region win, and but we just try to get better every day. Just try to get 1% better. It's a lot easier going back to practice on Monday. For one thing, after you worked hard all week and things don't go the way you want to, it wears on you. It wears on players. It wears on the coaches. You know, and you just go back to the drawing board and just try to keep them up, and try to, you know, stay positive and correct those mistakes, and just teach from them, you know.
Coach, this is a two-part question to wrap things up. First of all, thank you for the interview tonight on the way home, but two-part question here. Are you healthy after this win, and what do you know about Good Hope?
Well, you know, yeah, we got some things. You know, we had some people out this week, and trying to get them back. You know, but it's always like that. It's always got to be the next man up, and really proud of those guys that you know that step up and get these other guys healed up and banged up. And you know, it's just part of the game. You know, injuries happen. You hate it, but that's the reason why you go back and you do all those things in the summer, try to get as many reps with guys as you possibly can. And Good Hope, they're a good football team. You know, we'll get to working on them on Sunday, and but I know that you know they were 2-0, and so we'll just have to go to work, see, and come up with a plan, and go from there.
Well, with the field being as wet as it is, hopefully it'll dry out by Monday or Tuesday, but do you have an opportunity to go inside if it doesn't?
Yeah, well, you know, we have our indoor, and you know, we'll go in there, and if we have to, if need be, we can go in there and get some things done. So, you know, we'll just go from there. You know, we try to be outside as much as we can, and try to practice in the elements. You know, if it's all possible.
Well, Coach, we sure appreciate you being with us tonight, and
Thank
congratulations
you so much.
on the win.
We appreciate everything. We appreciate everything y'all do.
Thanks, Coach.
And just thank you again.
You bet, and we look forward to talking to you at another point during the season.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. That's Coach Brian Maynor from the Cordova Blue Devils. Big win tonight for them. 1-3 now in the season. Curry falls to 0-4.
They needed that really bad. I'm happy for coaching those kids. You know, they put so much time into this. I always like the Cordova uniforms, the red, white, and blue. It's classic. You know, don't ever mess with that.
Well, and patriotic on a week when we have remembered 9/11.
Yes, kind of
And
fitting.
so
Yep.
it is fitting. So congratulations to the Cordova Blue Devils and all their fans on the big win tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have all of the scores here from our local teams on After the Whistle. Back in a moment.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah.
I'm Kevin Callahan, and I'm the owner and general manager of Honda of Jasper. The investment we made in renovating our facility is a statement in our belief in our product, our people, and the Jasper community. The confidence we have in the Honda brand made doing a remodel an easy decision, because when you invest in your business, you invest in the community and the people that live there. Watching our business grow as Jasper has grown shows us we've made the right decision.
Devil State is your community college for
convenient and affordable academic transfer option.
Early advancement through dual enrollment.
High wage, high demand, career tech, and health science programs.
Your story starts at Devil State.
Paul Cannon Collision Center is Walker County's certified collision repair center. Carl Cannon Collision Center has the most advanced collision repair equipment on the market today. Carl Cannon Collision Center has committed to providing their customers the absolute highest quality repair possible. You have the right to choose the collision center of your choice, so choose Carl Cannon Collision Center, truly a one-stop shop. Carl Cannon Collision Center, located on Industrial Parkway in Jasper, 384-5562, or visit online at carlcannonbodyshop.com.
Ken Glover Drug is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Our friendly professional staff will be glad to answer your questions and to help you with your medications. We offer a full line of medical equipment and diabetic supplies. We accept most insurance plans, and for faster refills, you can visit us online. For pharmacy, medical equipment, gifts, and more, visit Ken Glover Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
It's rough.
Welcome back to After the Whistle. This is Greg Tinker along with Jonathan Bentley. We're going to run through the scores of all of the local teams. Walker County first. And Jonathan, unfortunately, at Carbon Hill tonight, they lose 24-0.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Hanceville's really struggled, but you never can tell these rainy nights like this, you know?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. And we would say the ball would bounce, but tonight it was more sliding all over the field rather than bouncing. So unfortunately, Carbon Hill drops their contest to Hanceville 24-0, and we've already talked about the Cordova Blue Devils and the Curry Yellow Jackets, and that was a win for Cordova, 32-6 over Curry. So Curry's going to have a tough time the rest of the season finding a win.
Yeah, that was, I thought that was a good chance for them. They've had a couple games against county teams that had a good chance, and, you know, they jumped out early tonight, and this Cordova just finally took over.
Yeah, both
Cordova
teams
has some good athletes.
Both teams came in 0-3, but Cordova comes away with the win. And what about the Dora Bulldogs tonight against Hamilton? Hamilton comes in 3-0, Dora 1-2, a thriller last week over Fayette County, and tonight another thriller.
Good grief. You need to go watch a Dora game apparently this year. That's 2 in a row that almost exactly the same, where they can't put them away. They get up 10, they give up a touchdown. This repeated, the whole second half was like that.
52-48, what a contest. I'd like to see the stats on that one.
Oh,
if
boy.
you had asked me if two teams could play 52-48 in this kind of weather, I would have said it's impossible to do, but they did it tonight. Dora winning 52-48, and when we run through the scores here in just a moment, we're going to have Chavis Williams on to talk about that game, and he can give us the details about it. But, man, what a win for Dora, and now they even things out 2-2.
That was huge. They had to have it. That tells you how much better Hamilton is this year. Everybody said they were getting better, and they've proven it. To take Dora down to the wire at Dora, I think Dora they run the ball, and that kind of maybe that worked in this kind of weather.
So 52-48 in favor of the Dora Bulldogs over the Hamilton Aggies, and Hamilton, their first loss of the season. Jasper loses tonight in a heartbreaker. They led for a majority of the game and end up losing in the last minute and a half, 21-20 to Coleman.
Yeah, you just hate to see it. You know, Coleman, it seemed like they always have their number, and the score is almost always the same. It's going to be 1 or 2 points, and they always make a play at the end. It was no different today.
It has just happened that way over and over and over. And what a tough one for the Vikes. They came in 3-0. And Coleman was 1-2 coming into the game tonight. This is a region game, so back in the region with Coleman, and it looked as though Jasper really had it in the bag, and doggone it, Coleman scores late. They went for 2 now. They went for the win. You got to hand it to their coach. That was a gutsy call.
And they almost got to the quarterback. That's the thing, almost. But, I mean, they were up 20-7 in the fourth quarter. You would love to have seen them put that away, but Coleman's pretty good, great program. They win games like that.
So Jasper 3-1 now, Coleman 2-2. As we said, that's a region game. So very important win tonight for the Coleman Bearcats, and an important loss for Jasper. That was their second region game, so they're 1-1 in the region now. Oatman Wildcats get a shutout tonight.
Yeah, they didn't get to play last week. They're really looking forward to this, and they came out and took business. And they're kind of a running-based team, and that probably worked well for them tonight.
Against Phil Campbell, so they beat the Bobcats tonight 28-0 at home, and the Bobcats now 1-2 on the season, and Oatman 2-1. So congratulations to Coach Hall and Wildcats as they get a big win tonight and a shutout. Summerton Christian not so fortunate, went the other way for them tonight against Brilliant as they are shut out 43-0.
Yeah, I mean, this game was originally supposed to be at Summerton Christian, but the playing field wasn't great, so they moved to Brilliant. And Brilliant's a lot better this year. It's a good win for them.
So Brilliant 2-2 on the season now, and 1-3 for the Summerton Christian Eagles. And now out of county, the Addison Bulldogs, after their opening season loss, they've reeled off 3 straight wins, 3-1 now as they beat Cherokee tonight, 39-6.
Yeah, it's like Addison is back now. Maybe that was an anomaly against Winston County, but they'll take care of these region teams. They'll have a big game with Hackleburg and Meek coming up, but they needed that one.
Well, maybe Winston County's just that good, right?
That's possible. Yep, 4-0.
Corner stays undefeated in 5A as they defeat Ramsey 22-8. And so now they're 4-0. That's a big win for Corner. They've got things going over there in their sports program after winning the state championship in baseball last year. It's carrying over to football this year.
Yeah, it really is. I didn't see this coming. And early in that game, it was 8-0 Ramsey, and that was it. Corner just dominated from that point. I got to quit overlooking them. 4-0.
4-0. Lynn in the win column, a close one. Only one score in the ball game, and Lynn had it as they defeat Pickens County 6-0. Now 3-1 on the season.
That is a Lynn football score right there. Just defense, just enough offense. And to shut out Pickens, that's 3 in a row they've won against them, which is very difficult.
Big win for the Bears. 6-0 over Pickens County. And the Meek Tigers get their first win tonight. They were 0-3 coming in, but they defeat Phillips 37-8. So congratulations to the Tigers.
Yeah, I think that was a couple winless teams. Meek isn't a bad team. They've had a tough schedule. I think they start reeling off some wins now.
So 1-3 are the Tigers as they defeat Phillips 37-8. And now Winston County, we talked about them earlier, that maybe they're just that good in terms of what they did in the opening game against Addison. 51 points on the board tonight. They win 51-8 over Red Bay.
It's like they score 50 every week. They just put up their 50, go about their business, win the game, walk away. Red Bay is kind of down this year, but Winston County's taking care of business. That's the thing.
They dominated the game from start to finish, and they are now 4-0 on the season in the driver's seat in their region. And so congratulations to the Winston County Yellow Jackets. Another big win, a lot of points on the board again tonight.
Yeah, I think they were 4th in 2A in scoring, and they might go up a little bit after that.
I think they might, especially depending on what others did in the rain.
Yeah, it was a rough day to play football.
Well, those are the scores from our area. When we come back after this break, we're going to have Coach Chavis Williams on to talk about the thriller that they won tonight, scoring 52 in this kind of weather. So we'll take a break here After the Whistle, and we'll be back in just a moment with Coach Williams.
Timberline Homes has proudly served Walker County and the surrounding communities since 2016. Carrying over 7 different manufacturers, Timberline Homes will have several options to suit your style and budget. Timberline Homes is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., located on Highway 78 in Jasper. Give Timberline Homes a call at 387-1002 or visit them online at timberlinejasperal.com.
Bernard's Store for Men. Fine men's clothing since 1948. On the square in historic downtown Jasper.
Leo and Susie's famous Green Top Barbecue has been serving up the South's best barbecue for more than 50 years. Made famous for their hickory smoked barbecue sandwiches and big, tasty cheeseburgers, Green Top is sure to satisfy your hunger. Enjoy your meal while watching a game or call in for carryout. They also provide catering for any size party or occasion. For fast, friendly service and good old-fashioned barbecue, Green Top is simply the best.
Hello, this is Greg Williams at Carl Cannon Chevrolet off of I-22. We love our high school football here in the city and the county. If you're looking for a new vehicle, please give us a call, 205-302-3009. I'll be glad to help you. Come down and see us.
We're about to come to you. Welcome back to After the Whistle. This is Greg Tinker along with Jonathan Bentley, and we have on the phone with us a very happy, but I'm sure soaked to the bone, Coach Chavis Williams from Dora. Coach, you got to be ecstatic about the win tonight.
Oh, yes, sir. Proud of the guys' resilience through these tough conditions. And you know, a lot of adversity in the game, just never quit attitude. That's 2 weeks in a row I told them after the game, I can't take much more of that. You know, that kind of excitement. But just proud of them for fighting through. And it was tough on both sides. I thought Hamilton was well coached, well prepared, did a couple things that we didn't see in the second half. And the quarterback, he's a baller, man. He's a player. So hats off to them guys for coming over here and giving us a good fight. But more proud of the Dogs tonight.
Coach, these conditions, did y'all stick to the ground mostly?
Yes, sir. We did not throw a pass.
Whoa.
So you put 52 on the board and didn't throw a pass?
That is correct.
Wow. So talk about your running game then. What was working really well for you guys?
First of all, our offensive coordinator, McClendon Jones, hats off to him for putting together a good plan. And the offensive coaches in the whole, I just think that, you know, our backs are first of all, they cannot do it without the offensive line. I tell everybody this is the best offensive line I've had as a coach. And they work well together. They get after it every week. And they're fun to be around. And, you know, they open up holes all the time for our backs and stuff. And they do such a good job up front. That's where it starts at. And I feel like we have two to three really good backs that do a good job, not only when they have the ball, but also blocking for each other, because a lot of times, you know, we're pulling around 5 or 6 people in the hole, and they're selfless to give up their body to block for somebody else, and that don't happen all the time in today's world of football.
Coach, that's 2 games in a row. Last week, Fayette. What does it say about the offense that they're always able to answer when the other team gets close like that?
It just speaks to the maturity. We're an older team up front, and most of our leaders on the offensive side of the ball. It's funny that it's that way, but I don't know why, but it is. And you know, they just take pride in scoring. We need to take a little bit more pride in stopping somebody before coach get a lot of gray hair.
Well, you must have had a lot of big plays on offense. Have you been able to do the stats yet? Do you know what your backs had in terms of yardage?
Hold on 1 second.
But as you're looking, there had to be some big plays, I suppose.
We had 494. We had 494 yards rushing.
Pretty good.
I know we had several big runs. I don't have a complete stats yet, but I know that we broke a few because in what we're doing, we know that guys going to creep up in there, put 11 in the box. So if it's blocked half decent sometime, I feel very confident in the backs we have to get out of the first wave, and then when they do, it's open field. So they've been doing a good job of that right now. So I think on the year in explosives, we're almost equal to the amount of explosives we had run-wise a year ago through 4 games.
Well, you've turned things around a little bit. I know you had tougher opponents, perhaps 6A minor to start out with. So talk about the mentality of your team in terms of starting 0-2 and then battling these last 2 weeks to win games that were close.
And that's a big thing with it. This is a new team, and I think early on, I think a little bit of complacency was in as to what guys done before these guys had to step up and play. We lost last year's team. We lost a lot of experience, and just getting their feet wet. Some of these guys getting their feet wet and getting in on the action when it really matters. I think sometimes we didn't handle that very well the first 2 weeks. Not taking nothing away from the first two opponents because they were quality opponents, and they kind of presented some challenges in each game. But I think the growth of some of the gentlemen has made this thing turn around a little bit. And of course, it's better to correct after a win. We got plenty to work on here. But I think the big testament to us improving is just guys getting games under their belt that ain't had to play meaningful snaps in the past.
Hey, Coach, talk really fast. I know your former assistant, longtime Dora assistant, Bart Maddox, passed away this week. Talk about what he meant to you in the program over there. Man, he just, we went to his celebration yesterday, and, the word that stuck with me was he left a legacy, legacy of what you do for somebody. He volunteered here for nearly 39 years to the T, and didn't ask for nothing in return. And, he just, even when you're down, he just kept you upbeat, always was around. When he didn't have to be, didn't get paid a dime for it. And, you could just feel the genuine love off of him. And that's what I'm going to miss the most because, just like the first 2 weeks of the year, only a coach knows, and Coach Tinker, you coached before, when it's down, not a lot of people around with words of encouragement. A lot of people just, doing whatever, but, he would always check in, and you could tell he really meant it. And he just, everybody he came across, he just made an impact on, and we're going to try to carry on his legacy as far as competing until the end, no matter the opponent, no matter the scoreboard, and we're really going to miss him. It's tough around this community right now, and we're getting through it. I'm proud of the guys for actually dealing with all that this week and coming out on top as well.
Well, that's what it takes to have a winning program wherever you are is people like that who just love the game and they love the kids and they invest in them. And I know that that's inspirational to your coaching staff, to you, and to everybody else. And so let's talk about that in relation to the defense now, because you have given up a lot of points. What needs to happen there to change that so that your offense is explosive, but your defense is giving up a lot of points? What's the plan there?
The plan is, to be blunt about it, is we got to do a better job of tackling first off. We got to want to tackle. We got to rally to the football, pursuit angles. We have to, read our keys, and we need more confidence in the guys that are in positions. And like I said, a lot of these are new faces, so some of these mistakes are warranted through development. But I think as a whole, we just need a better attitude. Bring a better attitude as far as competing on the defensive side of the ball and wanting to tackle people and wanting to get stops and taking pride in it. I think that's the word I'm looking for, just taking a little bit more pride in stopping people.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win, 2 in a row now, a turnaround from the start of the season. You've got things headed in the direction I think you want them to go. You've got a region game coming up against Fultondale. We got about a minute left. Can you talk a little bit about them and the prep for them?
Haven't really. God, we've been trying to fix things here. Really haven't really looked at them on film. Haven't really looked at them on film much, but we'll dig into it this weekend. I know they're going to be athletic. Coach Hanley, I kind of know of him. I know they're going to be physical. They're going to want to run the ball. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do like everybody else. They're going to put 10, 11 in the box, and we may have to make a couple adjustments. But we got them here, which I think is a good thing for us. And it's just the next challenge. So we're going to get better for Dora High School and face anything in front of us.
Well, Coach, congratulations. The community over there is certainly blessed to have you leading the football program. And we're glad that you're back at 500 now. Look to get above that next week against Fultondale.
Yes, sir. And if I sounded bad, I'm never going to complain about a win. But we got to fix the thing.
No, you're not. You don't sound bad, and you're not complaining.
Appreciate you guys doing this, man. This is pretty neat, man. keep it up. I look at it every week.
Well, I sure appreciate that. We're enjoying it very much, and especially when we have guys like you on to talk to us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Roll Tide and go Dogs.
Roll Tide. All right, there's Coach Travis Williams. Big win tonight for the Dora Bulldogs, 52-48 over Hamilton. Jonathan, great to see them turn things around, and 2-2 now.
Yeah, he makes that schedule tough for a reason. And you know, when they lost to Corner, I was like, uh-oh, maybe this team isn't that great. And then 2 wins in a row. Corner turned out to be good.
Right.
Like I said before, I kind of looked over them. But Dora's going to be where Dora's going to be, and they're going to probably fight for another region title. 3 in a row, hopefully.
We'll be back in just a moment, and we'll run through the scores again for you, and then we'll talk a little bit about the college schedule. Back in just a moment after the whistle.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah.
I'm Kevin Callahan, and I'm the owner and general manager of Honda of Jasper. The investment we made in renovating our facility is a statement in our belief in our product, our people, and the Jasper community. The confidence we have in the Honda brand made doing a remodel an easy decision, because when you invest in your business, you invest in the community and the people that live there. Watching our business grow as Jasper has grown shows us we've made the right decision.
Bentley is your community college for
Convenient and affordable academic transfer option.
Early advancement through dual enrollment.
High wage, high demand career tech and health science programs.
Your story starts at Bentley State.
Welcome back to After the Whistle. Greg Tinker along with Jonathan Bentley. We'll run through the scores again. Jonathan, Carbon Hill took it on the chin tonight.
Yep, Hanceville won 24-0. They just kind of jumped on them early and just pulled away. Carbon Hill had a tough time scoring tonight.
Cordova Blue Devils get their first win.
Yeah, 32-6 at Curry. That was close at half, and I think Cordova scored 3 touchdowns in the second half there to pull away.
Well, we need to mention, too, the games coming up on the schedule. I'll run back to Carbon Hill right quick. They are away at Vinemont, so they'll be on the road and hope to get their second win of the season there. And then Cordova at home against Good Hope, which is a region game, and Curry on the road to Hamilton.
Yeah, that Hamilton team is apparently a lot better this year.
And so it won't get any easier for the Yellow Jackets. And we just talked to Coach Travis Williams. They'll be at home against Fultondale, and they had a big win tonight. 100
total points, 52-48 over Hamilton. Just another thriller for them.
Jasper loses in a heartbreaker tonight to Coleman. It's same song,
right.
Different verse, right?
Yeah, just every year it seems like it's about the score. Coleman 21, Jasper 20. They got a late 2-point conversion to win it.
So Coleman wins it at Cairo Gambrell, and Jasper on the road next week to Athens in a big region contest. Athens beat Coleman, so it's important for Jasper to get a win there, it being a region game. The Oakman Wildcats tonight get a big win.
Yep, back on the winning ways, 28-0 over a decent Phil Campbell team. It's a good win for them.
And they will travel next week to Hanceville, and Hanceville, of course, as we said, beat Carbon Hill tonight. So Oakman will have their work cut out for them against Hanceville. Summerton Christian losing tonight in a big way.
Yeah, took it on the chin to Brilliant, an improved Brilliant team, 43-0. It was close at half, and they just pulled away in the second half there.
And Summerton Christian will be traveling. They weren't supposed to travel tonight, but field conditions caused the game to be moved to Brilliant. They'll be on the road to Lynn next week, and Lynn has really turned things around. They're 3-1. So that's going to be a challenge for Summerton Christian next week.
Yeah, Lynn was really banged up in their last game, and I think that when they lost, and then they bounced back 6-0 win tonight over Pickens County. Yeah, I think they're a team to be reckoned with in that region now.
Addison 39-6 over Cherokee tonight. Addison's got things turned around. They're now 3-1 on the season. And Jonathan Corner, maybe one of the surprise. Maybe it's not a surprise to them, but a surprise team. Let's say 4-0 tonight.
Yeah, they lost all those seniors, and I just thought for sure they'd take a step backwards. And here they are, 4-0, 22-8 win, huge win over Ramsey. That was a ranked teams against number 10 Corner, number 9 Ramsey.
So Lynn, as you already mentioned, they win 6-0 tonight against Pickens County, and they've made a turnaround as well, 3-1 on the season. So they're doing well, and their cross-county rival Meek gets their first win tonight.
Yeah, Meek finally. I know they've been looking forward to this one. They had a really tough schedule, so 37-8. That's a good win for them.
They win over Phillips tonight, and then Winston County steamrolling everybody, 4-0 on the season now.
Yeah, poor Red Bay took the brunt tonight, 51-8, and they just keep piling up points, and they do it quick. They'll have 40, 50 by the third quarter.
So Winston County, powerful team for sure. There you see the schedule as those teams we've already mentioned, and then Meek at Waterloo, Hackleburg at Addison. Hackleburg's got a good team. If you want to see a good football game next Friday night, you don't have a team that you follow, go to Addison and watch that Hackleburg-Addison game.
That'll be good 1A football right there, big region game.
Corner at Jacksonville and Winston County at Cold Springs. So there's your full slate of games for next Friday night. Make sure that you support your local high school. And as I've already said, if you don't have a team, pick a game and go see that game.
And I'm guessing the weather will be better next week.
I looked at the extended forecast, and as far as I can tell, it's supposed to be dry next weekend. But the question is, how long will it take these fields to dry out?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
If the sun shines and the wind blows, maybe so. But we've taken a pretty good soaking so far. Well, college games, if you are a college fan, and most people in the state happen to be, and so surely one of those teams on the screen is your team. If it's Bama, they're traveling north to Wisconsin for an early kickoff at 11 a.m.
Yeah, I think Wisconsin better watch out. It is early, and that's a long trip, but Alabama seems to be rolling right now. They struggled a little bit last week, but they put it together when it mattered.
Well, I think one of those games like that is good for a team because someone that they should have beaten pretty soundly to begin with was in the game until about 6 minutes to play in the game.
South Florida looked really good. Speaking of good, Cal looked pretty good against Auburn last week.
They really did control the game almost from start to finish, and Auburn had a tough loss at home, but they'll get a chance for redemption as New Mexico comes to town, and hopefully Auburn will get things turned around tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going with a new quarterback tomorrow, redshirt freshman.
We'll see how that goes for Coach Freeze and the Tigers. UAB, well, you know, they're going to face a very, very probably hostile Razorback team since the Razorbacks dropped a close one to Oak State last Saturday in overtime. So I would imagine UAB better really get the chin strap on tight.
Yeah, and they struggled against Louisiana Monroe last week, taking the loss last week. Arkansas, yeah, they're a lot better this year, I believe. They should have won that game last week.
Sanford Bulldogs against Alabama State. Sanford comes into the game 0-2, Alabama State 1-1. That should be a good intrastate game at Sanford. Alabama State will be at Sanford for that game. And then Jack State against Eastern Michigan. And that one, I think, is going to be at home for the Gamecocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can get – I love going to Sanford, that little field there. I mean, I say little, it's pretty big compared to other ones, but it's just a great place to watch a football game.
It is a nice stadium to watch football. If you've never been to Sanford, travel to Birmingham and watch that one because it really is. The campus itself is just beautiful, and that stadium is part of the beauty of the campus.
Yeah, on the hills there in Sanford, yeah. It's a good place to watch a game.
Well, there you go. Full slate of games for college tomorrow. And as we've already said, next Friday night, as the season rolls on, Jonathan, next Friday night will be halfway through the high school football season.
You know, I said this thing flies through. It just seems like every year it's shorter and shorter. That's why we need these teams to make playoff runs.
That's right.
All of them, hopefully. Well, a couple at least.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we'll hope for better weather next week and not get caught in the flood that we had. We needed the rain for sure, but man, you almost hate it when it comes in on game night like it did tonight.
I remember one year it was like, it wasn't this bad, but it was rained every Friday, it seemed like.
No, it did. I remember that very well because Cairo Gambrell Field never dried out the whole season. And, you know, we'd walk across the field or walk along the sidelines and have to wear boots because you'd sink up 5 or 6 inches, especially on the sidelines. It was terrible.
And now look at that field.
I know.
It's perfect, right? It drains immediately.
Well, I saw something tonight I didn't think I would see on that field, though. It did puddle up even on the turf because it rained so hard for so long. And that was pretty amazing to see on the turf, to see that happen tonight. But still, it wasn't muddy.
Yes. I mean, I remember those days over there. It was rough.
Yeah. Well, we've enjoyed week number 4 of high school football. Hopefully your team won tonight, and if they lost, as we say, there's always next week. And so this is Greg Tinker for Jonathan Bentley and the crew here at After the Whistle saying good night, and we'll see you next Friday night.
Conclusions. 845562 or visit online at carlcannonbodyshop.com.
Ken Glover Drug is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Our friendly professional staff will be glad to answer your questions and to help you with your medications. We offer a full line of medical equipment and diabetic supplies. We accept most insurance plans, and for faster refills, you can visit us online. For pharmacy, medical equipment, gifts, and more, visit Ken Glover Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Timberline Homes has proudly served Walker County and the surrounding communities since 2016. Carrying over 7 different manufacturers, Timberline Homes will have several options to suit your style and budget. Timberline Homes is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., located on Highway 78 in Jasper. Give Timberline Homes a call at 387-1002 or visit them online at timberlinejasperal.com.
Bernard's Store for Men. Fine men's clothing since 1948. On the square in historic downtown Jasper.
Leo and Susie's famous Green Top Barbecue has been serving up the South's best barbecue for more than 50 years. Made famous for their hickory smoked barbecue sandwiches and big tasty cheeseburgers, Green Top is sure to satisfy your hunger. Enjoy your meal while watching a game or call in for carryout. They also provide catering for any size party or occasion. For fast, friendly service and good old-fashioned barbecue, Green Top is simply the best.
Hello, this is Greg Williams at Carl Cannon Chevrolet off of I-22. We love our high school football here in the city and the county. If you're looking for a new vehicle, please give us a call, 205-302-3009. I'll be glad to help you. Come down and see us.